viewers, it's Sentai Michael for Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast for my seventh called the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe too hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain so adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain so adult language. Now, if you're over 18, then you should get to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else at the way, let's get into the latest episode of Kiramager. So basically, this episode starts off after Michi starts off with the other Kiramagers, along with Princess Maricena and Maya at Carrot headquarters in the meeting room, trying to figure out how to get to Seda after the previous events happened in the previous episode. So basically, Sada's boyfriend accidentally, Sada's boyfriend tricked her to making a doomsday, to make a destructive bioweapon that will terraform the Earth, and turns out he was working with Yorodama to make this. So basically, he got Sada's help to do so. So basically, he made a deal with Yorodama that if he does this, if he make this weapon, you spare me and Sada. But Yorodama went back on her word. On top of that, Gazu had took control of Hakubo and had him take had Hakubo take him to Adeline, the second crystal homeworld / sanctuary, and there when he met Gazu met there Gazu meet his brother, who's now in his new crystal body. Looks like they're about to battle it out. So anyway, the Kiramagers were figuring out how to get to the building because they've been surrounded not only by an army of foot soldiers but also by also it was guarded by three Mark Beast monsters, Mark Beast monsters as well. So basically, three giant Mark Beast monsters and three giant-sized Mark Beast monsters was guarding the laboratory where Sato is being held by Yorodama, and where that doomsday seed that will terraform the Earth is also being kept until it starts to bloom and shit. So basically, and a whole army of foot soldiers was guarding the building. So basically, the plan was to use the Megazords, free the Megazords to keep the Marquis monsters busy, while the other Megazord goes in, goes in and take the seed take the seed out of the laboratory and destroy it and free Sato. So basically, Maya used to kill an arrow to call King Orion, and King Orion responded that, I have a situation here. So basically, I need to connect with Jiro for a moment. So basically, King Orion connected in Jiro's mind and show him the situation what's going on in Adeline. So basically, him and Gazu have a power struggle right now. So basically, Gazu is trying to use his two mental powers to try to steal the king away, but the king using his king mental powers to try to stop Gazu. So basically, I can't help you at the moment. So basically, they had to go. So after the king is show Jiro the situation in his mind, he told the others that there's some shit. The king can't help us right right now, or Hakubu and the king can't help us right now. There's a situation with Gazo. So basically we have to go with we just have to use the free Megazords that we got, me and Tom Tom will go sneak in the building and go see, and go free Shadow and take down that seed. So anyway, so basically they executed that plan, so basically the Jersey Megazord, the Zabu, the King Express Megazord, along with the Kiramager Megazord, catch the three giant Mark Beach monsters, Biffy and Taotoro and Jiro fought their way into the building and got to the and got to the laboratory where the seed where the bioweapon seed, or better known as the Yorodon seed, was being kept, but there was no sign of Sato. So basically, Taotoro let's destroy the seed. Let's destroy the seed first, then we can, keep on looking for Sato. But Yorodonna showed up with Sato, captain. So basically, Sato was Yorodonna's captain. So basically, your daughter said, hey, if you attack, don't all your weapons. If you don't, I will kill Sato. So basically, with no other choice, Jiro and Totoro had to drill down their weapons. But meanwhile, outside, all the three Megazords were having a hard time with the three giant Mark Beast monsters outside. And bad enough, the king and Garza was Adeline was still going at it, and Garza was expressing that the reason why I turned traitor to the fool, because you always seem to you always seem to outshine me. So basically, while Gazo and King Hawaii was struggling, had a little power struggle. Gazo was feeling that you was always a show off. My mental powers was better than yours, but you always seem to outshine me and whatnot. So basically, Gazo was explaining why he betrayed you in the first place, and the king felt sorry for him. So basically, back at the laboratory. Jill summoned the Kiramager arrow, and it seems like he was about to use the Kiramager arrow to destroy the seed, but Yorodonna reminding him that I have Sato, I had your comrade captain. Are you serious? You're gonna sacrifice your comrades to destroy that seed. That seed will soon terraform your world for the Yorodon Empire. So basically, it turns out that you shot the Kiramager arrow, and use the Kiramager arrow to help the king get the upper hand. So basically, you use the Kiramager arrow to get help, with a little help from Princess Marvel's mother's crown that her soul is stuck in. Princess Marvel's mother is stuck in her soul is stuck into a crown. So basically, that with the power of the crown, a little help from the Kiramager arrow, the king was able to take down Gazo, and showed up with Hakubu back, but no longer on the Gaza to return. No longer on Gaza control, and managed to help the Kiramagers get the seed from the laboratory and help free Sato. So basically, Jerry, with the help of Mama Simmons with the Queen's crown, So basically, with the help of the crown that belonged to Princess Marvel's mom, and her soul was trapped in there, and the power of the King of Arrow, the King of Ryan was able to defeat his brother and also free Huckaboo from his control. But Huckaboo, so basically, when Huckaboo and the king combined into the Grateful Thing, Gonzo hopped on the Grateful Thing's leg and got taken back to Earth and whatnot. So anyway, so basically the Grateful Thing's Megazord showed up, got the seed from the underground laboratory, and was trying to figure out how they were to destroy it. But the three Mark Beast monsters, along with Steam Jockey, or Steam Jockey being Gonzo's mecha that can transform from a train into a dinosaur, was trying to stop from destroying the seed. So basically, is going back and forth. But so basically works together as a team. They managed to destroy the three Mark Beast monsters, but Gonzo, along with Steam Jockey, managed to get the seed back from the Kiramager. So basically, and on top of that, Mario said that none of the Megazord attacks are strong enough to destroy the seed, and that's when Joe came up with the idea, the Kiramager arrow would power up to destroy the seed, and made the Kiramager arrow grow, and he made the Kiramager arrow grow since it's a Kiramager, because it's made out of most of all the weapons are made out of special Kiramager stones. So basically, they used the giant sized Kiramager arrow to destroy the seed and defeat Gonzo and save the day. So basically, the King Ryan was power up the Kiramager was part of the Kiramager to, after all what went down today, he was part of the Kiramager managed to save the day and save the Earth from the European Empire. So anyway, back at the European Empire headquarters, Gaza was referring to herself that, I will take down this Kiramager, I will take down this Kiramager once and for all, and my brother, once and for all, no more playing Mr. Nice Guy. So basically, this is how the episode ended, with Gonzo is swearing that he will take down the Kiramagers and his brother once and for all. And this is how the episode ended, with the Kiramagers, with Gonzo swearing that, I'm going to take down my brother and Kiramager and once and for all, and the Kiramager is celebrating their major victory, over the European Empire. So anyway, this was a good episode. This was not a bad episode. So this was a very good episode. The only thing that was missing from this episode is what the fuck happened to Sailor's boyfriend? Cause we didn't see him in this. We saw him in the previous episode, but we didn't really get a conclusion with Sailor's boyfriend. But hoping that they will address that situation. So anyway, like always, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it just okay? Please let me know with the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, this is Michael from Screw Reviews. Sign off. 1.